What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Behind the Booth. Today we have DJ EMP in the building. You already know what it is. If you guys haven't seen, make sure you look at the mix right here. We did I'm a Piano hard. It was a lot of fun. So definitely make sure you check that out. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. EMP, my brother.
What's going on?
Welcome, man. How you feeling, man?
Good, man.
Feeling off the mix? You enjoyed it?
That was fire. That was dope. It took me a second to get into a groove, but
Yeah.
kind of like what you said in the intro, like I feel like that genre is just underappreciated.
Yeah.
And like, you know, I fell into it. I fell in love with it, I think, probably through TikTok, honestly.
Really?
Yeah, like just through TikTok, and I was like, oh, this shit's hard. Like, it's just it's just so different than everything else is out there.
I never heard that. Like, so you got into I'm a Piano because of TikTok. That's dope, though.
Yeah.
That means like TikTok, like the algorithm, it worked.
Yeah, you know what it is? Nasty bass lines.
Oh, bro. That log jump, like it's tough.
It hooked me immediately, so I just started downloading. I have so much music that I've never played, but I'm just downloading all of it.
I love it. So let's take it back. What got you into DJing? What age did you start?
I've been around DJing my whole life. My dad used to do it.
Wow.
So my dad, probably started DJing in the 80s. I think he had Technique Mark 1s back in the day.
Wow.
And fast forward a little bit, when I finally bought my first pair of turntables, he cursed me out because he had sold his a year prior. So that was a whole big thing.
Oh.
But so I've been around it my whole life. There's pictures of me as an infant with a microphone in my hand.
Really?
I started helping him probably when I was like 14.
Wow.
And then I started doing it in college on my own. So I've been doing it like, on my own professionally, I guess you could say, for 10 years or so.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
So it's kind of cool to always be around something like that. I learned on CDs.
Wait, so you had the booklets?
I had the booklet. So you remember Promo Only? You remember that?
We're straight for DJs, I believe, right?
Yeah. The Promo Only CDs. So my dad being who he was, we got those CDs delivered every month.
Wow.
And I basically had a cheat code getting started.
Wow.
Like I got my dad's whole hard drive.
Bro, it's beautiful.
It was nuts. So I would practice with the CDs, and then eventually I got a controller. I went like the backwards route. I went CD, controller, CDJs, turntables.
Really?
Yeah.
I think that might be the first. You might be the first person I heard.
Yeah, I went totally backwards.
Wow.
Yeah.
From CDs to controller to CDJs to turntables.
Yeah. It's hysterical. I got a pair of Mark 6s at home. I love these things. I love them.
Man.
Yeah. Got to steal.
Oh my gosh, man. You don't sell them.
No,
like
never.
These things will last. I remember when I first got Techniques, my DJ mentor, DJ MC, he was like, they'll last you 30 years. Like, so, and I bought these used, so
yeah,
it's great.
No, they're phenomenal. Yeah, bro, but yeah, so 10 years I haven't been, but it's just been a part of just like, yeah, I don't know life without it, which is kind of cool to say.
What style of music did your dad play?
We always played just generic pop music. He did a lot of kids parties.
Oh, nice, okay.
So it's funny because all the pop music we were playing 10 years ago is popular again.
Wow.
Right, so it's like, oh, I remember when I was playing a middle school dance.
Yeah.
Hey baby, drop it to the floor, Pitbull.
Wow.
Right? Yeah, T-Pain. So like, it's funny. I'm like playing the room I played last night was a pop room, and I was like, oh, I got this. Boom, boom, boom. So it was a lot of that, but it was funny because the way we grew up was Redman, Method Man. That's like what my dad was listening to. He put me on to Hit 'Em Up when I was like 10 years old, right? And like hard rock, like metal.
Really?
That was my upbringing. And then we played a lot of pop music.
I love that.
It was hysterical.
Very diverse. So you have like a well.
Not a traditional with like the oldies though. Like I learned a lot of the oldies later. It was really like 90s hip hop, 2000s, hip hop and pop music, and then just heavy metal.
Heavy metal. Have you ever got to play heavy metal in any of your gigs, or anybody who's ever requested anything
yes,
like
I
that?
have a couple of weddings. I've had people request but that's the couple is they want to hear that. You know?
Okay, that's cool.
But no, aside from that, it's outside like the regular like the pop punk stuff that we hear, not too much.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's cool. So as we fast forward, what keeps you motivated to keep DJing? Like especially because I know you do private events and you do nightlife too. Like what keeps you like? So first we can start on the private event side. Like what keeps you motivated to do it?
The private events, honestly, I never wanted to do. I really got heavy into them. So like when I started with my dad, I was helping him out, and there was a lot of younger, like high school and younger parties, and I really didn't want to do that. So when I started in college, I went straight into nightlife. But fast forward to coming out of COVID, so 2021 is really when I got into doing weddings. and it was kind of the work fell in my lap. I'm so grateful because it really helped carry me through to be able to get back into DJing. I mean, I sat down for a year during COVID. I didn't open my laptop. It was bad. So to be able to get back to work again, I was like, okay, cool. Like I just love DJing, right? And the weddings are great because, I mean, especially when you have that one-on-one interaction with the couple and then you get to see their dream through to fruition. That's the best feeling in the world, man.
I love that.
It really is.
So now you're based in Long Island. What's the difference between Long Island weddings and like, say, for example, like Jersey wedding or even New York City wedding is there a difference or do you notice a difference?
From the few outside of Long Island that I've done, Jersey's a lot flashier. Jersey's bigger.
Okay.
I think Long Island tries to be Jersey a little bit, but the budget isn't quite there.
Okay.
And honestly, not for nothing, the venues can't quite do what Jersey venues do. There's a few bigger venues out on Long Island, but most of them are barns or converted mansions or stuff like that. So they're kind of smaller rooms. Some of the bigger rooms, we'll bring the big production, but you don't get a ton of those. Like maybe my average wedding size might be like 130, 140, right? Whereas, from what I understand, weddings out here, it's like 250, 300, no, like on the regular.
Yeah.
So that's a big difference. Yeah.
Okay. But you would say musicality is
same. Yeah.
Same? Okay.
Same.
And then from the first question I asked
more EDM out here. more EDM out here. More calling for sure.
Okay. I like that. Of course, that's a classic. Like, I asked you the first question from what keeps you motivated to do privates? What keeps you motivated to do the nightlife? The
nightlife, I really truly love it. Yeah, I love the ability to navigate through genres and blend and just kind of curate. Tell the story. The way that's where I really get into my nerdy traditional DJ bag is in the nightlife spaces.
I love that.
Yeah,
I love that. Okay, I like that. And I know you produce as well. So what would you say, like, what is the goal for you this year? Like, what would you like to do with producing?
I'm definitely just getting started. I mean, I'm doing a lot of mashups. Simple mashups, just playing around with different genres and ideas. I would like to start producing. I would like to start even just making more remixes, even if it's not so much originals, but learning the fundamentals of how to make the kick sound right, how to make the snare sound right. I'm doing a lot of just pulling from other people's work right now, and I'm having a lot of fun doing it. So I think by the end of this year, if I can make a real remix as opposed to just a mashup or an edit, I think that would probably be one of my goals.
Wow, I like that.
Yeah.
And I've seen like a lot of DJs, even you look at them online, TikTok, whatever, like popping. They could just have one. I mean, of course they could have had a whole back catalog, but that one that went viral, and it can change your whole.
It's nuts, I know. Yeah.
Because like being an open format DJ is sometimes a little challenging to, unless you're a radio DJ, to get to where you want to get to.
Yeah, it's tough for open format right now. It is. So you gotta find the one thing that clicks and go.
Yeah. And I noticed that you did your EMP newsletter.
Yeah.
I haven't really seen DJs do that. I really love that. Can you talk about that and like maybe you can encourage some other DJs, like like how you thought of the idea to do that?
One of the things I'm always searching for is community, right? So. And I know we're bouncing around a little bit, but I spent some time in DC, and I felt down there was a really strong DJ community. Now with group that we're involved with is a really strong DJ community. I'm always looking for that community. So I finally was like, okay, I need to build my own community. I'm constantly searching for one. Let me just build my own, and that was the driving force behind it. And I would like a place to be able to talk DJ, right? Or at least kind of whatever's going on in my brain about DJ world and music. And now that I'm starting to get more consistent with my with my editing, my mashups, I want to just pump it out. I want people to hear it. I want people to play it. I want to get feedback. So I'm just looking for that connection.
I love that.
I'm looking for that connection.
I love that. Lastly, what I was going to say was, I know we asked one of your goals, but what would you say is a goal for maybe the next 1 to 5 years? That mark.
Yeah.
What would you like to see your DJ career?
I want to start traveling for sure.
Oh, yes.
As you know, I'm moving back to the DMV in a couple weeks now, which is insane.
Yeah.
So I would like to build back, to a really, good place in the DMV, and hopefully through all of the music and the newsletter and all those things, really build my brand up to where it's more attractive. And I don't think I need to travel the world. That's a lot. But listen, if Sweden calls me, I'm going, right? But aside from that, like I would like to see the big cities. I would like to see, dude, Houston. You kidding me? Bro, is it Houston or Austin? Both of them. Screw it. I would love to go to Miami. I would love to go to Vegas. Yeah. I heard San Diego's popping sometimes. Like I would love to go to the Scottsdale. Jesus Christ, right? Like I would love to do that, and that's something I've always been pushing for. But it's a little bit harder in New York to do that, as we all know. So part of my move is let's see if I can do a little bit of branding. You know,
I like that. Sometimes it's easier to make a name for yourself outside of New York. Like,
without a doubt. Yeah.
Like it's crazy how you can be there and like people don't care. Like
there's a lot of prominent examples out there. People who left New York and went crazy.
This is exciting. So taking the leap of faith, going back to the DMV, doing your thing. Where can the people find you if they want to check you out? Maybe check your newsletter or socials.
EMP the DJ at EMP the DJ. Link in bio, everything's there.
Okay,
newsletter, Spotify playlist, music. I probably have my Dropbox folder in there that I probably need to take away so I can get people to the newsletter. But all of that is there. EMP the DJ.
Yo, I love it. Yo, you heard it here first. We got DJ EMP in the building on his way to the DMV. So if you're in the DMV area, definitely link with him. Show you some love. And like I said, if you guys haven't checked, I'm a piano mix. Fire.
Can't wait.
You already know what it is. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Thank you guys for tuning in to Behind the Booth. DJ and EMP.
Thanks for finally getting it done, brother.
Hey.
I appreciate it.
Appreciate you, Mo.